Mugamo is a clan in the northwest region of Cameroon with more over 30 villages. The villages, which have almost the same tongue, are peculiar in culture and tradition. Apart from the production of palm oil, the Mugamo man is known internationally for the production of the best palm wine in the northwest region and even Cameroon as a whole. Many people of this clan, distributed today by nature all over the globe, had their foundation in life built from the production and sales of palm wine. Palm wine has been tapped in almost every village in Cameroon. There are many sources, tastes, and methods of tapping the wine as you travel through villages. Some palm wine is tapped from the raffia palm, some from the trees that produce palm nuts, the palm tree, and other sources.
I live from Batibo here. Basically only one. This one we call fichock. Because like we have the dwarf ones here, but we don't tap them. We don't even encourage the planting. We only plant this one that we use the ladder. So the one that live from here, although they call it mbu, but it is supposed to be called fichock. Yes, that's the one that lives from Batibo here, even from Yutukum, from Batibo subdivision right down to Magnon. We tap with this. Although you have the other one which we have taken from Nigeria. We call it Calabar raffia palm, and then some people call it Maho. But all of them, we use you cannot tap without using a ladder. That one you saw me trying to operate at home is the Maho. That one that the raffias come from Nigeria. And then they brought them here and they will start to grow them.
The history of the Mugamo man, socially, culturally, and economically, revolves around fichock. For many decades of epochs that have passed by, fichock, ombu, has been the source of livelihood for the growth of the man from the Mugamo.
Okay, it is just because our forefathers, they had to plant it. Then when they planted it, they had us. We came and saw, they taught us how to tap. Then we also enter inside. And the wine helps to solve most of our problem. Either a cry, die, birth, celebration, marriage. In fact, any come together, even in a meeting or in a development, anything, the basic wine is the basic drink there is always this fichock, because it is easily afforded for, and the quantity is enough to entertain a group of to entertain many people.
So this activity has been the backbone for the education of the modern Mugamo. The young and the old have been involved for sustainability, to educate, and even to stand up for on retirement.
Yes, tapping has now become my second occupation. It is my main occupation here, because I've been a teacher all my life. So by the time I retired, I think that tapping this raffia would be a better thing for me, because this is my own portion of my raffia that my father gave me. So I have to control it, tap the wine, drink some, carry some to occasions. If I have an occasion somewhere, I carry it there instead of going to buy, and then I sell some and also help myself. Always when you are moving as a tapper, you always try to look at the other raffia palms, because sometimes when they are ready, and you do not always watch, they will get spoiled. Sometimes when I'm moving like this, always very necessary that my color should be alert. Because in case I meet any, especially like a snake or anything that is could be harmful to me, I do away with the color. Or as you're moving like this, maybe there has been wind.
The process of tapping in this area is quite sophisticated. Palm wine here is being tapped up, sometimes up to 15 meters above the soil.
So I can hold the task of I could campaign. Oh, one bubble warning him, wanted to give mono. Catan. Oh, I see someone on the new master yet too.
Special ladders are prepared, taking into consideration some peculiarities with the palm tree itself. Every source of palm wine has its own ladder to fit its action.
To tap, first you come and cut the shoots if it is ready. So you have to have a ladder that is quite long, so that by the time you want to cut the shoots, they should not fall on you. So you have to go above them, so that when you are cutting, you have the power to push it the other way, not to allow. Because some people, when they make a very short ladder, they come and stand here and begin to cut up. Finally, the bamboo will come and press the person, and it can even kill. So I came here this morning. This is what I placed the ladder here. This is the ladder you see, and then I have to cut these two shoots because the raffia is ready.
That's cool and different.
Yeah, the long one.
What do you talk about?
And this is the short one. You cut it and throw down. Then because you want good limo, you can season it for at least a week. After you have cut it like this, you allow it to stay for about a week. During that time, when the wine will be coming out, it will be quite tasteful. Because if you just do it like that, it will be too fast. And so in the other, keeping it like that is to season the wine. That when it begins to come out, it should be of good taste.
The tapping is usually done twice a day, at dawn and early in the early evenings. Special items are being used to the effect of the tapping in this area.
Always you touch it with your finger. Put it like this. Like first go to the right. sometimes very necessary like that. Sometimes you come to tap in the evening where you cannot see well. But as for in the daytime, you can look and you can be alright. But the finger touch is more effective because it is effective throughout, whether in the day or in the evening or in the night. When you find the having a doubt on the knife. You see this rubber here, this part of this slipper that is here. It is to help not to disharden my palm. Okay. So by the time I'm knocking like this, this rubber does not allow my hand to touch the hardwood, allow my palm to touch the hardwood. Yes, that's why you have this rubber here. And make sure that the knife is quite sharp, otherwise you will tap and it will sour before you get to take it out. Always put it in the carbide to avoid, yes, carbide. Yes, put it there with my knife. I put this one in the my colors in the carbide. There's a second carbide here, only for the typing knife. I put it here. Then there is a file already. That is in case you find that the tapping knife is not sharp. You get out your file and sharpen the tapping knife so that you can tap well, as well as the cutlass. Yes, because during that process of working, they can become blunt. Then you recondition them to suit what you are doing.
This occupation has faced only one major problem within the year. When the rainy season comes, it is hard for the people of this act. It becomes very difficult to separate the sweet palm wine that comes from the soil to the rainwater that falls above. They have sought many different methods to prevent the rainwater from mixing up with the natural palm wine, but no effective method has yet become a complete solution. What they mostly use is paper bags to cover the upper surface of the container that the palm wine is dropping into.
You know, sometimes our difficulties are difficulties of climate. We do not actually face any difficulty like say somebody is imposing something on us. Sometimes with climatical change. When you start to tap in the dry season, and then by the time the rainy season is about to drop in, the raffias you were tapping at that time, the wine is going to automatically change the taste. And that is something natural, you can't fight it. To say that we have difficulty that somebody come to arouse or that don't tap, no, we don't have those difficulties. We only have natural difficulties. Sometimes when the rains again become too heavy, the wine is no longer sweet. It becomes so just in a way, almost sour. So the difficulty we have are those of climate. You don't have also any difficulty that you say at a certain point, maybe the people say no tapping this time, we're not doing this, no. I remove the raffia, the waterproof paper, which is very necessary in the rainy season, so that if there's a lot of rain, it should not be able to enter in the wine according to its own ratio. We remove this, fasten it here. Okay. Then I get the tapping knife. It is still sharp, so I can tap now without sharpening it.
Despite all the struggle all these years to produce the best fichock from the Mugamos, some fellows have embarked on rare methods to increase the quantity of the mbu while reducing the quality because of the increasing demand in the market.
The problem is the problem of money. People want to be rich by any means. So when they get the wine from the real tapper, sometimes they go and adulterate. They put some other sweet things inside. I don't even know. Sometimes they used to talk of things like saccharin and so on, but I don't know. I cannot even touch it because first I tap the wine to drink. Like other things that they adulterate the wine with, in order that is some I may remove, say 1 jug, 20 liters, and I think that I ought to sell 1 jug. I ought to sell 30 liters. Then I bring a 10 liter of water, pour it inside the wine, and they add some other sweet things there to make the wine sweet. Otherwise, when the wine comes from the raffia, it is good. Remember, the wine, you are made from the soil. You were made from the soil, from the origin by God, and then breathe into you, and you become a living thing. Anything that comes directly from the soil, that is not contaminated like this raffia, the wine comes directly from the soil. Because the root absorb the water, the leaves manufacture it, and then it comes out. It is natural. When you drink it, it cannot cause a problem to you. But when we take it, we add some other things there. We adulterate, artificial things, which the body is not used to. You see, the wine, it becomes a problem. Then you see that this wine, as you see it like this, is directly from the bush. Why? You may ask me why.
Why?
Now, the up thrust is more than the down thrust. That is to say, these fumes are standing here because there's still power from here going up.
That's true. That's true.
If the power had weakened, all the fumes will go down.
Yes.
So one way of knowing palm wine is when
good
palm wine.
Yeah, when it has not been adulterated, when you put it, you still see these fumes hang around here. Yeah. Because the power here is pushing the wine up.
The consumption of palm wine could have put bread to the table of so many people in the Mugamo clan. It may have also worked as a medical catalyst for some ailments, but people who have sought to consume the wine out of proportion too have had very severe consequences.
The natural component, you see, sometimes when you take enough of it, you see, it works for your eyes. It helps your eyes. Sometimes when you drink it, you may leave in the morning, you find certain things around your eyes will move. But on the contrary, when you take much of it, it makes you a fool. When you take much of it, sometimes you stand up in the morning like this, you don't even know what to do again. So enough of it helps you, even in your digestion. It helps enough. I say enough. But when you overtake, you can even defecate in your clothes. Because it becomes now like purgative instead of something to help the food to digest well.
Fichock, like most other palm wine from other sources, has complementary edibles that accompany its consumption. Cola is mostly eaten while consuming fichock, but there are other items that could go with it too.
A spice or a lubricant, you may eat it in order that the wine will have a different taste than the normal wine you were taking. Some people drink wine, they don't eat them kola nut. Some eat the bitter kola nut. Some eat cashew nut. Some even eat the back part of the raffia seed. A cup, let me show you one. Yes, This is when the raffia has shoot out. We take it, you boil it, you may add some spice there. You take it, the wine must taste better for you. Although another person might not like to take it.
In a nutshell, the Batibro Brewery, as the activity is fondly referred to, has not only been able to supply the locals, but has been transported to other towns daily. The preservation of fichock has been very difficult to attain. So, palm wine is very difficult to be bottled and transported to long distances. In the outskirts of the city of Douala, palm wine has been attempted to be bottled.
Well, I've not been there, but the real good wine, they need to take another process before the bottle is, because when it is still useful, it is alive. It can break anything that you put it inside. Except the other way adulterated to bring down the power, or they allow the yeast to be completely, the sugar inside to be completely chopped by the yeast so that it is no longer active. You can cook it in any form. But when you get, if you like, when you get the real wine, you get the real wine, put it inside here. As I tap, like when I tap from there, I put it inside here and cook it very well. By the time you want to open it, as soon as when you just try to turn it like this thing is going to go out. It will shoot, and all the wine will go out. That's why bottling becomes difficult. Now, when you bottle like that, maybe say for 2 days or 1 day, or say for 24 hours or for 48 hours, before it reaches the destination where it has to be consumed, opening will become difficult. Yes. Because the wine, it is alive. It's just like a person. You can't take a person and put, when you take a person and put inside the water, the person is going to suffocate. Sometimes when you suffocate the wine here, inside here for long, by the time the problem is, when you open it, it will be quite tasteful. The problem is how to open.
The association of palm wine and the Mugamo mine has not been a far-fetched reality. Wherever you find the Mugamos in whatever part of the world, they will also have an association with fichock.
These are my ex-pupils. Taught them up there at the PS, Pretend School, Batibro. They are now at home. I'm also retired, so they have decided that at least even with the only 1 liter or 2 remaining, I should take a test on it. And I'm very thankful for it.
Thank you, sir.
No.
So now, there is the seated that way.
I will join the thing now. Eh?
Yeah.
Don't tell me that we're not doing palm wine here.
Yeah. Here is the son of my teacher in class 6. Today they will call class 8.
Yeah, this one is different. This one is milkish. This one is milkish.
Very inviting. This one is very inviting.
Yeah. The other one was a little bit hard. Sour.
And that is the more reason why I told you that now during this season, when you want to start to tap, you first go and behead the shoots and season them for some time. Yeah, let them grow and make the wine to be tasteful. Then maybe you just went carry on tap and it was tapping every day. The wine is coming out so much and it cannot taste. They tap.
So you people tap too?
Yes.
Yes.
You can see much behind that.